will be talking about some Witcher 3 next-gen update stuff. With me, I have amazing guests. I have my partner in crime, Alicja Kozera.
Hey guys!
I have an acting narrative director, Filip Weber.
Hello.
And Charles Tremblay, our engineering director.
Hello.
It's nice to be able to talk about The Witcher finally.
Yes, finally. I mean, we've been, quite busy with preparing the update, with making sure everything is on point. So it's time that we can actually show you guys the gameplay. We can talk about those things in details and, to be proud even more than we are right now, right? Okay. We have a lot of cool things to talk about today, but I think I want to start with mentioning that the update is free if you get the game. So, prepare your PCs, your consoles, very comfortable chairs and sofas, get yourself some drinks for, the Witcher 3 sessions.
Cozy blankets.
Book some time off of work as well for that.
And do it on 14th of December.
Yes, the release is December 14th.
Yes.
And okay, let's dive in to the cool things. Okay, so the first thing I think we should mention is the ray tracing.
Yeah, that's the next gen feature.
Yes, so for the PC we have the ray trace global illumination. So the visual fidelity is amazing. It replaced the old PBR that we had. We also have the ambient occlusion, the ray tracing and occlusion again, really good. But we have other stuff. We have, of course, we integrated the FSR2 and we have the DLSS. We have also dynamic resolution scaling. And we have also a very nice new SSR, screen space reflection, because before it was only for the water, but now it's for everything. So I hope that it will.
Oh, shiny
awesome.
armor! I can feel
yes.
that.
Okay, so ray tracing. The game will look even better right now with all those options. But I think we also have one more for PC enthusiasts like me.
Yeah, so we also try to push even further. So we have also new Ultra Plus settings that you can play with. That include, for example, the background characters, grass density, level of details, all those settings we had. It's not a preset, but you can tinker around, play, and see if it's, if it's good for your machine, and have fun.
I'm pretty sure everyone in here and on the other side of the screen definitely.
I mean, provided you have good enough PC.
We're all gonna try.
Yeah, we're gonna try our best, right? Okay, so the game looks amazing. We have super cool, ray tracing options. We have the Ultra Plus settings, and all that combined in photo mode.
Oh, yes. So now you can showcase the beauty of The Witcher 3 in the photo mode. And we know that you already were taking amazing screenshots from The Witcher 3, but we wanted to give you a little help, so we implemented a photo mode into the game. You have some options to, stop Geralt, stop the scene, and play a little bit with the settings, maybe give it a little bit of different mood, change the angle, something like that. So yeah, I think you're gonna be able to create some really amazing shots, and really can't wait to see what you do, because we know from Cyberpunk that you guys are breathtaking with that. And with The Witcher, I think you can also create something amazing. So can't wait for December 14th, seriously. Internet's gonna be flooded with screenshots.
Twitter, Witcher everywhere, literally.
Yes.
And I think we have to maybe do that. A photo mode contest.
Oh yes,
on that occasion.
For sure, we do love our photo mode contests. So keep your eyes open for something on The Witcher.
Okay, so photo mode, awesome stuff. But we also have really cool cameras added in this patch. I have my favorite one. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, but
I think we already saw the spoiler in the gameplay.
Yeah, we did a little bit, but.
Yeah, so actually it wasn't a planned feature initially, it was more of an experiment. So, how would the game look like if we had the camera a little bit closer, a little bit to the side? And it honestly worked so well. We showed it to many of our veteran gameplay designers to play around with it, that we decided to make it a full feature. So you can choose to have a new alternative camera mode that is much closer to Geralt. We of course know that people want to have their control, so it works when you're exploring, it works in combat, or when you're riding on road. But for all of these states, you can actually also choose to have the old camera. So you can combine when I'm exploring, I want to be really close to Geralt, but when I'm on road, I actually want to be far away. So essentially you can mix and match. When I personally play the game now, I choose the alternative new camera all the time. I played The Witcher Wild Hunt many times, so for me it's actually new to play it like this because it makes it feel like
fresh.
A bit of a different game. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time we were walking in Novigrad with it, we were like, this is great, like, well, holy hell, we want that.
Yeah, the angles, how you
Yeah.
can walk through the crowd, it feels a bit different. I like it.
Yeah, for me, my favorite is like the horse camera. That you can see that friendship between Geralt and Roach is like the dynamic duo. So like that's gonna be my choice for sure. But yeah, the camera looks pretty cool, and I think a lot of people will actually like it and enjoy playing it. Okay, so we covered PC parts. Right now, maybe let's jump to the next gen.
Okay, moving
stuff.
to consoles.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not a next gen update if we don't have two modes. So performance and quality mode for consoles, and 60 and 30 FPS for Series S.
Did we add something specific to those mods? Maybe.
Yeah, for the Series X and PS5, the quality mode, we do have also the global illumination, ray trace, the ambient occlusion, of course, and of course the SSR will be there. For the console, we also have the FSR2 integrated, as we did for Cyberpunk. So this is ready to go, and of course dynamic resolution scaling to be sure that we get the smooth ride, 60 FPS and 30 FPS.
Mm-hmm. Well, and additionally, if you play on your PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X and S, a lot of those other improvements we made, so the general quality settings, higher textures, level of detail, all of that, of course, is also much higher than it used to be on the old gen consoles. So this will also be looking nicer, no matter if you have quality or performance mode.
Yeah, I think it's much closer to the Ultra than before it on console was way lower. So yeah.
Nice. So it's gonna look great.
I mean,
both on
it already
PCs,
does,
I mean, true. But also there's something specific for PS5 players. This really nice controller that they have. So we added haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. Yes, exactly.
Do we have anything specific connected to adaptive triggers made?
Well, I mean, I think the thing you notice the most is, of course, in combat. So, when you do your signs, when the sword hits the enemy or hits another sword, you can actually now feel the impact, because, it's done with the sound waves of the actual sound. So you do have a bit of more of a visceral feeling when you actually use this controller. So I personally like that one a lot. It's a nice addition that makes the combat feel a bit nicer.
One thing I noticed on the gameplay that we are showing on the screen is that the quick cast. That's another feature that I want to talk about with you guys.
Yeah, so again, similar as the camera, this was an experimental feature. So as you can tell, lots of the veteran developers or new developers working on this project, they just also wanted to do those cool things. And it's one of those elements that personal shout out to Eero Varendi, one of our designers. He actually worked on this personally as his hobby, and then essentially asked, can I try to make a proper version of this in the game? And it essentially means that when you were using signs in the vanilla game, you always went to the radial menu where the time slowed down, you choose your sign, and then you cast it. And now, both on controller and on keyboard, essentially, you do not ever have to go to that radial menu again if you activate that mode. So instead of pressing, let's say, on the controller R2 to cast, you now hold it, and then all the face buttons or L2 become your signs. So A is Art, L2 is Igni, so essentially you can just jump around doing your different signs however you want without having to pause the game. So it's a bit more of an advanced feature, because now you have to use 2 buttons instead of 1, essentially. So it is, of course, as with the camera, it's a choice that you can activate, and of course there's also a tutorial for how to use it. But personally, as someone who played the game a lot, especially if you have a sign build, I would never want to go back again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we're making sign builds pretty much a default, kind of, with this setting?
Not a default, but I would say more direct, less, I would say maybe also, it's not annoying to always have to go back to the menu. So now I can just feel smoothly I'm in combat and I never have to go out of it. So I would say it's more fun that way.
I can definitely see myself messing up with all the buttons.
It's like wrong combo, wrong sign. But it's fine, it's gonna work.
I'm pretty sure, you know, I'll get my head around it. So worry not, we'll see how that works. Okay, we have the quick signs, we have all the, you know, additional gameplay features and you know, that we'll be talking about, but this is something I wanna mention because we've seen that also on the gameplay. It's the default map. Like, I've seen a lot of cool filters right there, so maybe...
This is something for Philip, definitely.
Yes.
It's personal.
So we added a new filter. So, you know, I can speak from my personal experience. I was one of the people who added all those smuggler caches in Skellige. And, you know, the way this content is meant is, oh, you find it while exploring the world and it's nice. I found some cool thing, I can go on. But it's not meant necessarily as a checklist. Oh, you should do all of those 50 things. And the way the map presented it with, you know, all the question marks, I think for some players made it feel like they have to do all of those things. And of course, the map looked very filled with lots of icons. So we added this new filter that essentially hides those question marks from your map and also hides the boat icons from your map, which means the map is much cleaner now and you can play the game, you know, essentially finding those things naturally, not feeling forced to do all of them. But of course, you know, we also know that there are players who like this. There are players who want to get all the content, who want to make sure that they found everything there is to find. So this is only a map filter default. You can also switch over to the filter all, and then you have all of those icons there. So, you know, it's not that we're getting rid of it. It's very much that if you prefer to find these things organically, I think this mode is for you.
I really love how with all of the features that we're talking about, we give a player a choice.
Yeah.
So yes, this is amazing. They can actually, if you liked what was already there, feel free to keep it. If you want to try something new, try it.
Yeah, and that's very much the idea behind this whole Next Gen edition, which is if you really love The Witcher and you know the game, this shouldn't now feel like a different game. This should be the game that you love,
Still the same
that you like
amazing
to play.
experience, yes.
Exactly, and you know, even with the ray tracing, it looks like the game in your dreams that you remember how it looked like, and when you compare it, the difference is really staggering. But you know, the art style didn't suddenly change.
No, exactly. Yeah.
It's still true to what it should be, and it's the same for the features. You can play the game you want to play, but you can also experiment with some new features.
OG way.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I can still go to Skellige and
just look for all
look on map and see like, where's the map? Okay. Okay, you guys mentioned that, you know, games from the dream and, you know, it looks amazing. I keep saying that because I'm amazed how good it looks. So, you know we added some extra adjustments, right? To environment, to like, you know, characters and whatnot. Can we maybe mention some of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have a lot actually. I think we have a new, all the grass has been improved, almost all the foliage asset has been reworked. We also have a lot of environment mesh changed, so higher resolution, better textures almost for everything. And I think that we also integrated quite a lot of mods, and also on console this time around, not just on PC. So shout out also, I think, for the HD reworked that we integrated, and also all the monsters, everything has to be have been improved. We also increased the budget for the streaming, so of course that means that the texture will be, of course, higher resolution everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there were many these little projects where, you know, old Witcher veterans that had plans to do something, they now had a chance to, you know, oh, I'll quickly install the engine for, you know, 2 weeks and I'll make some tweaks. So, you know, even small things that, you know, by themselves don't feel like a lot, but when all of them come together, it's really nice. So, you know, now you see smoke come up from villages far in the distance. The cobblestones in Novigrad are not normal maps anymore. They're actually, you know, 3D. So, you know, all of these things just come together.
Missing the village, now the village is there.
Yeah, but this is awesome. We also got updates from the dev team like, oh, look, new grass, check it out. Wow, what a beautiful grass, and new clouds. Wow, they actually, you know, if you look at them side by side, the difference is amazing, even with like this one small change.
Yeah, and this is, again, the weather the clouds, the sky, it's supposed to look like you remember, but a lot of those assets were upgraded or, just similar with the camera, added a bit more variety. So as an example, you might have new weather conditions that weren't there before.
I mean, like, it all sounds like you guys were super busy, and I know you were like even busier than that. But I guess everyone was so happy to jump back to The Witcher, right? To actually give that extra push for one of the best games I've ever played in my life. Honestly.
Yeah, I think the whole team was actually quite happy when we discussed about, okay, guys, we need to jump to The Witcher. Yep, let's do it. Let's go back, no worries.
Yeah, and shout out to our production team for letting us do a lot of these things, because some of those fixes were also done kind of illegally by people, people assigned to work on Cyberpunk, maybe like sneak in 1 hour, oh, I'm gonna help you with that cool thing. Oh. So, usually people were very happy to just quickly jump in and do this cool thing.
This is amazing. Coming back to our legacy.
Yeah.
Coming back home.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we covered some of the gameplay features. Obviously, there will be more minor tweaks, some fixes and whatnot. We'll definitely get back to it later. But we also hear our community, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, guys, like forums, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, we read all of that. And it's not only about us as a community team. I'm sure you guys in the dev also go there and check out what our community is requesting, what they're talking about. So we read that and we actually put some of those stuff to life. So, for example, in this update, we are giving you some additional modes for Geralt to walk. So on a controller. So if you push the stick very lightly, he's gonna walk slowly, and if you tap it, he's gonna sprint.
So the boss walk Geralt. Yes. I like it. Like he'll be like, I'm the king now here.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's actually also an option again where in the vanilla game you press your A button on the controller to sprint. But also actually lots of other games people prefer that
on the stick.
On the stick. And this is also something that we don't change by default, but if you want it, you can activate it for yourself.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so other requests, also something that you probably already saw in the gameplay that we were showing you, you can now scale subtitles. So if you don't see that well, or if you want to have an easier experience with the game, you can now make them bigger, make them smaller, whichever you like. It's just something that I think is going to be useful for all of us.
Yeah, I think in my times of 2015 being tech support representative, we've got a lot of requests for scaled subtitles. So I'm pretty sure people will be happy. But this is one of the requests. But the other thing, I'm pretty sure we want to cover that.
Oh yeah.
Is the 2 quest fixes.
Two specific quest fixes. Yeah, you guys probably know this quest because comments about that pop up even now. Like, please fix that.
Oh, yeah.
And we are fixing that. We are fixing From Ophir's Shore, and the wolf armor hand. So.
Yeah, and we tried to do the tricky way of also, if you played the game previously and it actually is broken on your save, when you install the patch, it should actually now also work retroactively. And actually, those are the 2 famous ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there are actually quite a bunch more that we actually also fixed. So, there's a certain smith who sometimes didn't like to talk to you. That one should work now. And, lots of just small issues. Like, we actually did another QA pass of the game, stutters in cutscenes, small stuff that we just try to add more polish.
Speaking of cutscenes, you mentioned something
Yes.
behind the scenes to me.
Before we started.
Yeah, it's a nice quality of life improvement. So, our code team actually did a fix because, it actually isn't that easy to pull it off. There's a reason why it was like that in the vanilla game, that now during scenes and cutscenes, you can pause the game. Some people might not even remember that wasn't possible.
Yeah.
But that actually is
Sorry
possible
about that.
now. Yeah, so if you have someone at the door or you need to go to the toilet while a scene is playing, you can pause it now. It's nice quality of life improvement.
So we won't have like, Mom, no, I can't pause it.
Well,
Not
if
anymore.
you use it as an excuse, you can still do it.
Okay.
Okay, so scaled subtitles, fixes to like 2 most famous or maybe infamous
And
quests.
more also.
But we also adding a new subtitles?
Yes, I mean, it's not only subtitles, it's the entire voiceover for the game, so actual dubbing. We are adding Chinese simplified. So now the game will be fully voiced in Chinese, and this is a lot of players that can enjoy the game in their native language. So I hope you guys like it. But besides that, there are also some improvements to other languages, so hopefully the experience will be better in those as well.
Can it even get any better?
I mean, we have some more stuff. I think like some minimap. That's something I heard that there were some cool feature about minimap.
Yeah, so, you know, it's again a smaller feature. So, you know, I don't want to oversell all of these things, but it's nice quality of life stuff. So in the main game, you could have your mini-map, your quest objectives always showing, or you could turn those off. But then they were off. Exactly, until you turn them on again in the main menu. But essentially, we try to make a hybrid mode of this. So when you're just exploring, walking around, those things will be invisible. But of course, you can, if you want to check the mini-map to know you're going in the right direction, you can just press your focus mode button and then it will show for, you know, a long, like 7 seconds or so. So you have time to orient yourself until it nicely disappears again. But if you keep wanting to just have it there for a long time, you can just hold a button. So, you know, also, or if you're in combat, the mini-map and your objective, they do then also just dynamically show up, so you know you have all of your information. So we just try to give you more choice with this.
Hopefully I won't get lost. Hopefully.
But you can still keep. You still have the choice. You can still keep the minimap. That's all about this update.
I think I'm gonna try to actually get the full exploration mode, you know, in my next gameplay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I will get lost.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it's forest, rivers, it's all beautiful, so I'm not gonna even
I
be
think
mad.
Night City is easier because like the streets, and here I just get lost in the forest.
But you know, it's even if you get lost, right? You're surrounded by all this beauty.
Yeah.
You know, you just look and you know you can hear the trees, you can hear the wind. You can even, you know, hear those small kids singing something in there.
Creepy song
Right.
about the Master Mirror.
For example. But it just, you're not feeling even mad for being lost. So, you know, that's super really cool. Okay, so, you know, we've been talking for a while now. We mentioned some major stuff that are coming to the patch, but we also adding some minor tweaks, improvements here and there. So it won't be just what we're talking here, right? And, you know, as a reminder, update will be free, and it's also an upgrade, right, from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 from Xbox to Series X and S, right? So, you know, it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna have patch notes before, hopefully December 14th, so you can check out all the changes. But I'm pretty sure that we won't be able to fit all of them
There's
into
a lot
the
of surprise also.
Yeah. I mean, we
surprises.
like surprises. You probably know that. So we keep some stuff hidden for you to discover while you're playing the game.
Exactly. The patch note, various little improvements and surprises. I think that's the best patch note.
I think one surprise that we can just slightly show, maybe, it's the
one that
something
we
that we announced already during the WitcherCon, so the
Yes.
Netflix DLC quest. We will be showing, or we are actually showing right now, the very beginning of the quest, but we're not gonna dive in.
Yes, it's very important. We don't want to spoil anything because the thing is, you know, I also don't want to oversell it. We just thought that if we're offering those new, you know, armors, swords, items, that we just want to make it feel a bit more part of the game.
Yeah.
And of course, if it's a cool armor, you know, as with other armors in the game, there should be some quest or content connected to it. So we tried to, you know, make a quest that makes it part of the game, so
and
it
we
feels
chose a very cool
nice.
place for that
Yes.
quest.
Yeah, so if you're a big Witcher fan, you know, that place, it's very famous for people wondering, what is going on there? What is so we
Something
actually
should be there.
Exactly, and now something
Now it's
surprise.
is there. Yeah, and you know, again, it was more of an improvised thing where so many Witcher veterans, we just like, hey, can you help us with this? Can you help us with this? And in the end, it came together really nicely.
Yeah, but I think it was not so improvised afterwards, because we even brought our voice actors back to record some lines for the quest, right?
Yeah, so we almost forced the hand of our localization by, oh, maybe, we'll just have 50 lines, or maybe, so it worked out really well. And it was really nice to just hear all the Geralts again, to be honest. As Duck Cockle or, all the other actors. It's cool.
Amazing. Okay, so I finished the quest and I don't get the armor, I get the, schematics.
Yeah, you have to put it somewhere.
Yes.
But I think apart from, Geralt Season 1 and Season 2, armor and swords, we also have 2 extra things from the Netflix.
So we have Jaskier Dandelion, whichever name we are using here. We have an alternative outfit for him, and you can actually just switch it on from the get-go in the menu. And one fun thing that we added is a Nilfgaard armor. If you turn it on and go to the Nilfgaard card, you can see what we actually what it looks like.
Okay, so I think we covered most of the things that we wanted to talk about today. We left only one thing that people already know from Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah. This is the feature. If you play Cyberpunk, you know it. The cross saves.
Cross progression.
Cross progression. So if you log into your GOG account on your PC, PS5, Xbox, etc., you can easily just move your saves from one platform to another. So you started on PC a while back. Now you bought PS5. You want to play the same playthrough. No problem. Your saves will sync, and you can easily start from where you finished last time.
Okay. I think that's it for today.
I mean, that's not it. Obviously, there was going to be much more in the update, in the patch notes. We'll be talking about the update for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But this is it for today's stream.
Yes.
So, remember, guys, the update is free if you're already on the game. Just be ready. December 14th.
Coming fast.
Coming fast, exactly. And I think before we leave, we have one tiny, maybe not that tiny, but thing for you to watch after we're off. Yeah. And we all invite you to play The Witcher once again with whatever settings you want. Tell us what you think about this update. We cannot wait to see the screenshots, all the or your feedback. Maybe there will be something that you wanna also have included. Maybe we'll do some extra mod magic again, who knows. But yeah, guys, see you offline and online, because we have one very small thing prepared for you closer to the release. We're not gonna spoil it, but it's gonna be super cool. And see you December 14th.
See you guys.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Means war's coming.
War changes everything.
By order of the Hierarch, whosoever conceals a mage in their home shall burn alongside him or her.
Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
We are at war, and she's in danger. You will find her and bring her to me.
She's a child of the Elder Blood.
Sinner.
I've got to find Ciri.
And if you find her, the girl will die.
Our world will burn! Burn in the eternal fire!
Why are you helping her?
Because she's a danger, a mortal one, a power that can destroy the world.
You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
I will find her, or someone who knows what happened to her.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
A legend cannot be killed, can it?
The Wild Hunt will be here soon. They're coming for Ciri.
Hold them back!
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.